Right, we are recording. Hello, uh, this is Emilia Davie. Emilia was a student of mine not that long ago. She just graduated uh, with a first class degree in management in the University of Aberdeen, and I'm very pleased to have her here. Hello, Emilia.
Hi, Ignacio. Nice to see you. Thank you for having me.
Well, how did you escape lockdown?
When lockdown began, I kind of threw myself into a lot of things and ways to upskill and develop personally and professionally, especially when I was thinking my initial plan was to go traveling for 2 years. And then I was thinking, okay, I'm probably going to have to do something a bit more practical to maybe help me get a job or move into the next stage of my life. So I initially started by looking at a free course that was available from the University of Michigan on Coursera. And it was an introduction to Python course, which as a management and English literature student was completely out of my comfort zone and probably one of the most challenging things I've done in terms of I was completely blank to it. But the course was really good and I really recommend it to so many people because it was freely available and the tutor on it was just so engaging and made it so easy to understand. And after that, I started to kind of reflect a bit more on education and the value of education, and also how lucky I've been my entire life to have access to a free education, which unfortunately you can't say for a lot of people across the world. And that led me to the organization Code Your Future, which I now volunteer with every day as an ambassador. And what it is, it's a non-profit organization that helps refugees, asylum seekers, and underprivileged groups gain access to a full stack web development 8-month course. And we're on hand the entire time. We talk to them through Slack and on Zoom calls. And it's just been so eye opening to see people truly appreciate gaining an education and how much they value what they learn and their willingness to learn. And it's something that's completely been a benefit to me because it's reframed what I want to do with my life completely. So that's how I initially escaped.
Very interesting. And tell me a little bit more about this role as an ambassador. Are these people located in the UK or all over the world? What do you help them in? And what's your role in that?
Yeah. So as an ambassador, I also tagline as a personal development mentor too. And our students are from England, Scotland, some are in Rome and Colombia, but they're just starting up. So we work with the ones in across England and Scotland. And as a personal development tutor, I sometimes jump in on the classes and teach them soft skills and different ways of working as a team, different communication skills, and trying to build confidence as well, because a lot of them English isn't their first language. So trying to build confidence around that too. But my main role as ambassador requires me to contact NGOs, spread the word about Code Your Future, call up students and check if they're going okay, and work alongside the social medias. It's really been a throw-in role, and what's great about the organization is they let you take reign with as much as you want. So I've been able to just dive into a whole host of things and be completely overwhelmed managing Instagram posts and Twitter posts and contacting different companies, which has been a huge level of responsibility, but so rewarding and so great to learn on the job. So I've loved it.
And tell me a bit more, what are the soft skills that you teach these people?
Well, for example, I taught a whole class on problem solving, which got a bit kind of ironic because it was on Zoom, as everything is right now. I now feel like one of the biggest skills that I've learned over the past 2 weeks at least has been being a Zoom admin. But on sometimes, I don't know if you've ever been in a big group call, but I was teaching 30 students and I was in a breakout room doing that. And sometimes Zoom just makes you kind of move between rooms. So one minute I was shot into a different class and I didn't know anybody there, and then I was shot back. So it was quite ironic teaching this problem solving class, trying to solve the problem of getting removed out of my Zoom realm that I was in. But when you're teaching these things, I think a lot of the courses at the University of Aberdeen that I've attended with the careers office it's been on teamwork or communication or creativity, things like that. But a lot of them, I think it's been really easy for me to and I'm going to put my hands up and admit this, to roll my eyes at and think that's not as important as the technical skills, the hard skills of going to class. And what I've found from teaching these skills is that a lot of the time it does force you to reflect, okay, what do I bring to a team? And how do I solve problems? And what is a practical way to go about conflict resolution? And just from doing that and seeing how much other people value it as well, it's really made me reflect on, okay, these skills are just as important as the coding stuff that they're learning. It's almost 50-50 nowadays, I think, and more than ever. So yeah, I've been loving teaching that too.
That's fantastic. And for example, these people, are they worried about finding a job or their future? And can you relate to them from your position of a recent graduate and trying to find a job and finding out a way for your future?
Yeah, a lot of them are really worried, especially now, especially since a lot of them have gone through so many experiences that I could never even imagine, from difficult circumstances, moving to the UK. And a lot of them are really concerned. But what's been really rewarding to see is that, as I'm concerned, as a recent graduate, for now, when I search for jobs, it becomes really overwhelming, and I'm sure so many other people who are looking for jobs know exactly what I'm talking about. It just seems blank. It seems like you're putting yourself out and you're like, yes, I'm a recent graduate and I'm enthusiastic and passionate. And it's like, yeah, but where's your experience? And you need 3 years working. I'm sorry, this doesn't cut it anymore. And even the people who have the most experience, there might not be jobs for them right now in that industry. So I think as jobs are starting to shift into the new normal, it's been really nice to see that so many people on this course are still attending every day, working so hard to complete their course with this complete optimism that, yeah, okay, if I keep learning and I keep going, something good's going to happen. And some recent graduates from the course that's just finished, they've been getting jobs, they've been finding jobs with our partners, and they've been excited to start. So I think that's really encouraging too, to see, okay, they've come this far, they're now going into a job they never, with the BBC or with Skyscanner. It's like, it's so exciting to see that they've put in all this hard work, and now they've gotten to a place that they never could have imagined being in before. So if they're keeping the confidence up and they're saying to me, hey, I mean, you can't be sitting here saying we're not going to get jobs and you're not going to get a job, because that doesn't make you a very good teacher. So that seems really good too, getting a bit of a kick on that.
And finally, Emilia, we have about a minute to go. How do you see the world after lockdown?
I want to see the world right now after lockdown. I truly do think that, from seeing the way companies have progressed and developed, that a lot of them are so much more willing to change and willing to accept that the new normal means completely changing the way things were done. The business approach, I don't think it's going to last in the new normal. So I'm excited, to be honest. I'm really excited to see companies value the environment, value their employees, and move into this together, and a lot more equality for all. So I'm excited.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Emilia.
Thank you for having me.